With all these Dragapults and Gardervoirs running around in the meta, you may be wondering, what's the best deck to beat them? You may be surprised to find out that it's not Archaludon, it's not Raging Bolt, or any other deck that you have on your radar right now. It's actually Sloking. And I'm going to explain to you why. You might be thinking, has Sloking even got any results? Well, actually it has. This list by Juan Espinola has gotten 2 Day 2 regional finishes just these past regionals, one at Atlanta and one at Monterey. It's a pretty standard list, but there's a couple of innovations that are really key to why Sloking is doing well right now. Obviously, we have our standard energy acceleration in Xatu, our standard lineup of attackers, Kyurem for spread, Regigigas for Terras, Annihilape for everything else, and Conkeldurr for big basics. But I think what really allows this deck to thrive right now is the fact that it's very comfortable going first. You go first, get an attachment to your Slowpoke, and if you're facing Gardervoir, you're facing Dragapult, you're facing Zoroark, they're not going to be able to KO you. And the chances that you end up getting a turn 2 Kyurem are extremely likely thanks to the 4 Ciphermaniac, 4 Research, 4 Night Stretcher, 4 Ultra Ball. This is just an insanely consistent list that aims to pull off a Sloking attack basically every turn, and what better way to describe this deck than to show it? We're gonna hop right into some games, get some dubs with Sloking. We get to call the lovely coin flip. Tails never fails us. That's what I always say. We're gonna try and go second here, see what we can come up with, because even if our opponent has a good turn going first, we can still potentially get a really good Kyurem play. So let's go second and try things out. While I'm going to be setting up the board, head on over to hitmonchanting.com, get yourself some playmats, prize packs, and singles. If you are a member of the channel, you can go ahead and get your discount code, exclusive discount code, and use it found in the community tab and become a member. That would really help me out, and you get some pretty cool stuff. While the rest of the setup is happening, you can go on over to all my other sponsors, PTCG Ulster for your codes, Pokemon.gg for your collection, and EndgameTCG.ca for your sleeves. That's code HITMON on everywhere for various discounts, on screen, links in description. And also, check out Card Trader, code HITMON5, get 5% off any purchase and any cards. And those are the sponsors, all links below. We're going second, our opponent's going first, and they got a Wellspring Ogerpon in the active spot. They energy searched for a water energy, and I'm pretty scared. Will not lie, a little bit terrified. Now, we have some options of what we can do here. We can go start with the Ultra Ball, get rid of Basic Psychic, and unfortunately, or even, you know what? Yeah, Basic Psychic and Jet for now. We have Squawk, because I'm thinking of we go Cypher, and we only have 1 Buddy-Buddy Poffin. Of course we do. We prize 3 Buddy-Buddy Poffins. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. No big deal. We do this. We Ciphermaniac. And for the Cypher, we put Buddy-Buddy, and we're going to get double Slowpoke, and we'll put a Natu on there as well. Then we Squawk into it as our setup. Now, we're getting rid of a good few resources here. Again, it's not the worst thing in the world. Double Slowpoke. No energy here. Does feel kind of bad. So, because if they just KO the Natu, we are in trouble. But let's attract some customers anyway. Of course, we don't find anything, because why would we? And let's pass. Now, if they get the Torrential Pump and KO the Natu, that's fine. We will still have a way to attack with a research into Reversal plus Sloking. So they do have it. Okay, they do got it. We're gonna really need Reversal plus Sloking plus Conkeldurr in this case, or could even be a Annihilape. I keep forgetting that name. Now, we're not gonna be able to win if we do that because they have a Hoot here. And even if they Nest Ball for another Hoot potentially. So now it's going to have to be a Kyurem. Because we Kyurem the Ogerpon, double Hoot. They might sob and cry. No pun intended. And let's just see what happens. There's another Hoot as I expected. If they go for a triple Hoot, that could be even better for us. Torrential Pump, that doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Getting rid of the Tatsu. And yeah, the Natu. Could have guessed that one. Now let's see what we go ahead and get. There's really no world unless that we can get a flawless top deck from here. that would make this hand instantly playable in that way. Get Iono, which we could use. Like, we can Academy for... Iono gets assist and gives them 4. I think I'd rather research, to be completely honest with you. I'd rather go for the researcher. That extra card could be the difference between winning and losing the game. We have Conkeldurr, we have 2 Kyurem, we have a lot of options here. So let's throw Sloking down. We basically need 2 cards. Can we hit the 2? We hit the 2. Alright, that's fantastic. Put another Slowpoke down. I would like to Fez as well. Reversal's great, and I do think Night Stretcher would be good here. We can still go... Let's get the Natu. We've gotten rid of 1 Stretcher. We can still hit the Kyurem play, which I think is better for sure. So let's do that. Let's Reversal on Sloking. Get rid of Academy plus Psychic. We hit the Kyurem play here. I do like the Kyurem play better. Academy. Did I not use Fez? No, I did use Fez. Okay. Seek Inspiration. We use that Trifrost, and then we get rid of their draw engine. So now they're going to need to have Natural Crispin plus Crystal to use Torrential Pump again, but I think using Torrential Pump one more time here is actually a terrible idea, because then you can't KO the active Sloking because we're at 120 HP, and you give us Fez access, and you give us Reversal access. So if you do that, you are screwed with a capital S, if you ask me. Now, here, if they bench another small Pokemon, they can just lose. They're going for an Academy play, trying to prevent that Iono. There's the attachment on the Wellspring. Sob here is really good because it allows Torrential Pump to get them 2 prize cards. So, definitely worth having the Sob. Definitely worth, it's always good to have a little cry. Going for research, okay. Okay, that makes sense. They were holding double research, which is interesting. Now I'm wondering what they saved. I think they're gonna now basically they're gonna hedge bets against if we can establish another Sloking. And by what I mean by that is they either put another Hoot down. Putting another Wellspring down is a little interesting. But as I was saying, they either put another Hoot down, risk us winning the game right there, or they go for a Sob. Yeah, now there is a way where we're able to just win here. Not just win. Okay, this is actually very interesting. This is a very, very interesting situation to be in. We can Cypher, set up next turn with Sloking and the attacker we're going to want to use. They'll be taking 2 from this turn, though. We research and pray. Cypher is the safe bet. So we Cypher. Next turn, we can set it up properly. We're going to need Max Rod, I think, is a good call, because we're going to have a lot of Pokemon in the discard at that point. And maybe Academy is good as well. Because I can definitely see them taking double Slowpoke here. Max Rod, or maybe even Xatu. Xatu might not be a bad idea either. Let's go Max Rod Xatu. I'm happy with that decision. Do I want to play the Psychic? Because we're going to be getting 2. Yeah, we can afford to play the Psychic Energy here. In turn. We can afford to do that. I mean, it's always possible they don't Torrential Pump us, right? They're going for the attachment. They knocked off a Crystal, or they just have Crystal because they're goated. Terapagos. Okay. Standard. They're going to evolve the Noctowl now. And that makes me curious. Are you going to Iono us into a 4-card hand when you already know we stacked the deck? Or are you going to do something like a Crispin and set up further this Wellspring? Because if you Crispin, right now you're 1 attachment away from hitting the Wellspring. So I'm kind of curious to see what they do here. Again, if they take the double KO, we could have stacked Iono. They're going to Iono us anyways. So that, and I'm fine with that. They're going for a Buddy-Buddy Poffin here. We could still win the game. We're so close to winning the game next turn. The problem is a reversal has gone to the bottom of the deck with this Iono, the last reversal we have access to. And if they KO Natu here, then things can be a bit difficult. I actually think we should have attached to the bench. Yeah, we should have attached to the bench. That would have been so much better. Because now they can get Natu. Yeah, really should have attached to that bench. But that's okay. We have still a decent shot of getting things done. We evolve, or we lead the Slowpoke. Get Annihilape. It's really going to depend on if we find Cypher off of... No, we can't even use Cypher off the Fez. This is going to be terrible, but let's try it. Okay, we get Stretcher. Don't think we can win now, which is sad to say. Because then they could potentially go for a boss play. We only have one Sloking, but I think it's our only hope. We grab Triple Energy, Sloking, and Kyurem. Have to be the play. Go Kyurem. We go... Can't Stretcher for anything specifically right now. We attach. And we honestly have to pass. Now again, 6-card hand, 7-card hand. Now it's possible they don't have the tools to win. They would need to find a way to Crispin plus Boss to win this turn. Or Crispin plus Retreat plus Boss, which is not possible. Unless they're playing Prime Catcher, because they very well could be. This is going to be fascinating. Because in the other scenario here, okay, you go for Area 0. If they just KO the Sloking, then we basically have to top deck Cypher, and we'll win that way with the Fez. They could also sob here. And if they sob, they lose. Because they might not have anything in their hand currently, right? So we're going to need to see what they decide to do. I'm guessing they have a Noctowl, though. Like, this deck plays such a thick line of it, and they've only used one. There's a really high chance they do. Not really relevant to us. Here's the Crispin. So again, you can Torrential Pump here. If you really, really want to. KO the Sloking. Or KO the Slowpoke. But then you're giving me Fez. Right? So, I don't know if they would really want to do that. But hey, maybe they do. Because we have it. We have the attack. Here. Yeah, no, we just have the attack. We don't even actually need to do anything else. If they go for Torrential Pump here. So maybe we're just chilling. We have the attack regardless. What am I talking about? We just have the win. Okay, that's sweet. We just have the win. I don't know why I was overthinking it. But, you know, this makes sense, though, because now they're going to be forced to keep 5 Pokemon. They can keep 2 of these, and then they still need 3 small ones. So by doing that, we just attach and Academy. And what are you going to get rid of? This Ogerpon's in the active. It's definitely going to get hit. Yeah, I think the only way was if they KO'd the Sloking here, which with their board state was almost just impossible to do. Yeah, you do that. Then I Academy up the Kyurem. We seek Inspiration and we win in 2 attacks. That's why this deck can afford to be janky. You know, 110. 110, 110. We take a clean 4 prize cards. When our back was against the wall, it looked like we weren't going to win, and we still pulled it off. That's the power of Sloking. And there's our 3 Buddy-Buddy Poffins. Alright, we're going first here. Our opponent is playing Dragapult. We got an interesting setup going on over here. We're going to need to Squawk and Seize, for sure. I'd like to save the Jet Energy, and then Squawk this away. Now, We want to see what happens. 2 Buddy-Buddy Poffins is a really, really good sign. Let's get double Slowpoke. And let's get double Natu for now. I think Ciphermaniac into... Next turn we go to Ciphermaniac, and then we hit a research. I think that's the call. But let's double Natu here. And I think the best thing to do is actually jet the Slowpoke here. Jet the Slowpoke. Because there's... Against Dragapult, let's end the turn. Against Dragapult, there's a decent chance right now we're getting Iono'd. Even with a small weak hand like this, most lists are only playing 2 to 3 Arven. So they might not have the Arven. They might really need that setup. Academy at Night is going to stack something for them, and then I can definitely see them going for an Iono here if they're trying to preserve that. Again, that could be research. There's the Iono, see? So now, with the Slowpoke, with the Academy at Night in play, we are going to potentially be able to get a Kyurem play off this next turn. We got ourselves our own Iono, another Academy, a Psychic Energy. We have all the tools we need for success. They're putting an Artisan down. That's cool with me. We'll use it to get another Slowpoke, most likely. And they're getting another Dreepy. No out to Budew then, potentially. Okay, we have a really, really good shot. Getting Night Stretcher, is that helpful to us? Gets us the Sloking, which means we just have it. But let's check first. Make sure second Kyurem is in the deck. It is. Alright. That's a GG's, everyone. We literally just Night Stretcher. Get our Sloking. Evolve. Cipher. Top card, make sure that's the Kyurem. Bottom, you know what? It can be a research. Who cares? We do that. Seek Inspiration. And let's find out what that inspiration is. Kyurem? Trifrost? What? There you go. It's easy as that. Easy peasy. Like, I don't know, there's not much else to say. Take our 3 prizes that are not automatically selected, and boom. That's why this deck is so good right now. Even if we got... Well, if we got Budew, we wouldn't have had it. Let's be fair. Let's be fair to them. If they Budew'd us, we would not have had that win instantly like that. However, sometimes things just go your way. And I think Sloking is really great at capitalizing on when things go your way, whether it be your opponent's going second, they Iono you into a good hand, you're basically just able to board wipe. Having turn 2 board wipe is kind of insane right now with no bench barrier. So, Sloking might be the GOAT. Now, what do you think of this Sloking EX? Well, it's not Sloking EX, but it feels as powerful as an EX. That's for sure. This deck really impressed me. You know, impressed? Impressed. It impressed me. Shout out to Juan for actually pulling it, like, for actually making this deck work so well. Like, this, I can't take any credit for this list. Juan this is like just a complete neck deck. But I just wanted to share it with everybody because I think it's so good. Juan actually really pulled out all the stops and made Sloking really good. It's really powerful now for a couple of different reasons, right? You have it being a slower format, you have there being a lot of evolution decks in the format, you have it being comfortable going first, not super reliant on items. There's a lot to love about Sloking. That being said, I can think of a couple of additions to the deck that would be really, really strong. I'm thinking trying to fit a Jacques or 2 in here would be actually insane, especially with the Tatsugiri. Because let me paint a picture for you. Let's say you have energy in hand and you need to get a attacker plus a Xatu. You go Jacques, you get your Xatu, you get your attacker, you draw, you evolve to Sloking, you do Academy, and boom. From that one supporter, you found 2 of the missing pieces, because this is a pretty big combo deck. Or you can get yourself a Sloking and an attacker, or Sloking and a Xatu if you have the attacker and the Academy in your hand. Lots that you can do. I'm thinking, for my personal list that I'm going to be playing around with, I'm thinking of maybe changing an Ultra Ball for a Jacques. Think it could be good. Again, Ultra Ball is really, really good in this deck because obviously it's Ultra Ball and it's just a good card, but that's something to consider. And with all that said and done, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the things that make the channel happy. I want to know what you think of this deck, and, you know, I'm posting multiple Pokemon trading card game videos every single week now. And with all that said and done, check out all the links in the description. Become a channel member today, and Hitmonchanting is out. Just wanted to take a second to thank our channel members. As of right now, my one and only channel member is Rahat M9. Thank you so much for supporting the Hitmonchanting channel. If you too would like to support the Hitmonchanting channel, you can take a look at the membership link below. Lots of different levels and exclusive perks like videos, discounts, and more.